It's like cool.
I know, it's cold out.
Y'all go ahead and ask tonight. How about that?
How about this the history that Vance made tonight? So
Yeah.
talk about that first off.
Yeah, I mean, special player, special person. You know, I've said it from the get-go. I don't know if y'all remember, but in the preseason, they asked me about Vance, and I'm just going to enjoy being around him, watching him. He's been like that since the day he walked in here in summer school as far as his character, how he carries himself. I asked him actually today, did you make a 4.0? And he said, no, dang it, I made an A-, so he made a 3.9. He's only got 8 hours left, so the kid's phenomenal. And we just celebrated that he broke the record, gave him the ball that he broke the record with. And then I told him, I said, man, you're gonna have a lot more because you got one more year here at North Carolina. And everybody started laughing.
So he's coming back.
I mean, right now he is. You never know, right? But we pretty much know. But yeah, just a special kid, leader. It's not just his talent. There's more that goes into it. You know, humility. He's got all the right attributes that you hope your best player has. And that makes us way better, makes my job way easier.
Is this anything that you all have talked about like regularly? Like just the approach of getting closer and closer and closer, or have you just not?
I have not said, I can honestly tell I haven't said one thing to Vance about it. Not one thing. You know, the same thing, he don't want to talk anything about the Major League Draft. He doesn't want to have any meetings with any Major League teams. He wants to focus on this team and having a blast with his boys because obviously it's, you know, most likely his last year at North Carolina, but maybe I can convince him to come back.
Yeah.
What of the overall power? I think it's like 70 home runs in the last 28 games. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, you know, it's good to see D'Onofrio too because we felt like he could hit like 15, and they come in bunches sometimes this time of year. You know, Vance's freshman year, that's what was so disappointing losing him last year during that stretch is he got really hot at about that time and hit a ton of them. D'Onofrio can do the same thing. So, and it's a balanced lineup. You know, Madera and Colby have maybe 2 apiece. So, but what's more impressive to me is they're also really good hitters. You know, like tonight they were having trouble throwing balls in the zone. I don't know how many times we walked, but I felt like we walked a good amount of times, which allowed us to get more good pitches to hit.
Do you tell the guys anything in specific when there are pitchers that are a little bit more erratic on the mound to change anything about their approach?
We just tell them, you know, a lot of times when that's the case, they know one pitch is coming most of the time, and it's a fastball. But we're hunting, you know, in hitters counts or you're literally hunting a fastball middle, a mistake. So you have to be careful not to change that just because a guy may not have good numbers or he hasn't pitched a lot. You have to keep that same approach and just remind yourself that walking is part of the game, but walking allows me to get better pitches. So just try not to get yourself out. That's the only thing we talk about.
And that guy had only given up 7 home runs all season.
Yeah, you know, I felt like we matched up pretty good against him. You know, when we were doing our prep, he's got a good arm. I just felt like, you know, his off speed wasn't, you know, good enough necessarily to wipe us out. So we were going to stay on the fastball until he showed us something else that was good enough to get us out. And our guys did a great job. I mean, Vance set the tone too. And then, you know, Harbor, and then boom, 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 you know. Just it's contagious, that's for sure. And we've got power throughout the line. It was good to see Berto too, because Berto, we know he's got that power, and you know we feel like he can get hot and hit a bunch of them as well. We've been joking that he's behind.
Yeah, and it was like, to go along with what RL says, like you put a lot of good swings on those pitches too. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, you lucked your way into some of these
Yeah,
tonight.
no doubt.
You know,
I mean, Coach Wiersbick, he's our hitting coach, and he deserves a lot of credit. He works his butt off with these guys in the cages, and they believe in him. And he's passionate about it. That's what he spends all of his time on. Our guys aren't afraid to make changes if he tells them that they need to make a change. He was a heck of a player here, a heck of a hitter, and played in the Astros organization. But, you know, our guys, what you're seeing is they're playing free and easy, and that's what I'm really telling them. Hey, that's how you should play this time of year. You know, you got to be aggressive, and you got to go get it. You have no fear of what if, and just go out there, and because then you're going to be hitting so hard anyway.
Yeah.
If you start getting tight in that box, you're just not going to be very good. So I tell our guys, watch those major leaguers. Y'all can pull them up, and they're calm, cool, collective, and they're the 3% that are best in the world. And you have to slow the game down to be good offensively. So Weir's doing a phenomenal job with those guys.
Have you ever had an inning where it's home run, somebody does something else, and then another home run, and then
Probably.
in that pattern?
I don't remember it as much, all those years being a pitching coach, I watched, and it was really cool when we hit a lot of home runs because I knew we had a big lead.
Right.
But your brain's so locked into the next pitching move, you might not think about it as much. But this lineup, and we have guys like Johnny that had to come in the game the other night when Parks got sick, and Vanderbrae, it's got depth too. So that's why nothing surprises me. I think all these guys. Colby up there looks bad on 2 pitches, and then he gets it done. And we didn't have to send Dalton Pence out there or use another pitcher. We weren't going to send Dalton back out there, but that can save us another pitcher who can be big tomorrow.
The 2 weeks between starts for Jason, does that contribute to him not finding a rhythm, even though he battled?
Probably. And I contemplated him starting a game Wednesday against William and Mary just to try to stay sharper because it was a long time and he had good stuff. But credit him making big pitches in big situations because we were about to have to make a move there. And the fact that he still went 5 innings with the bases loaded, that's impressive. That tells you how good that kid and how tough he is.
Coach, what went into the decision to add the JR patches to the uniform?
I just decided that's what we're doing. Be honest with you, I didn't really ask for permission. JR has influenced us more than he knows, obviously. Our guys influenced him, and I really felt like he was a part of our team. He feels like he's like a player, and we treat him like a player. But what JR didn't know, and his family knew a little bit more than JR, is how much he actually impacted these guys from their perspective standpoint. So that's what I've been thinking about. To me, it's still like you try not. I don't want to tear up and stuff because I got really close to JR, and it's still like anytime something sudden happens like that, it's a little bit surreal. I'll be laying in the bed I can't believe JR's. Because I was still texting him. He just texted me a couple of days before he passed away, holding the fort down in Omaha. He was just here with our guys. But he'll never. I feel like we needed to honor someone that has been a part of our program so long and impacted so many of our players. And that's what he's done.
And how old was he, and what was he battling?
He was Hunter syndrome. And I don't know his exact age. He was 31. Okay, he was 31 years old. And he had outlived the life expectancy quite a bit, and he had gotten a lot of treatment, recently here in Chapel Hill. And I noticed he had slowed down a little bit. He would jog and stuff. He was slowing down a little bit, but he also every year would come out of his shell more. And I'm a big believer. I always have been. Everybody has their own belief system, their own faith system. But I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus, and I know that JR came to Jesus through this team, which to me is really, really outstanding.
Scott, you might have addressed it before I got down here, but afterward in the clubhouse in there, locker room, did you all do anything special for Vance? Was there any speech or did you have?
I just had the ball.
Did anybody get the?
Dave
so
had
you
the
did
ball.
get the ball.
Yeah, Dave swears it's the ball. We're messing with Dave Miranda. Hey, just pull one out. But he had tossed it to Vance. And he should feel special about that. Not just because he hit a lot of home runs, because he's done so many great things for our program. And I just told him, like I told you guys, it's probably gonna be untouchable because he's got a whole nother year here. He's fading into that.
Thanks, Coach.
Y'all good? Thank y'all.
Thank you, Scott.
All right. Yep. Thank you, sir. You pick them up. Yeah.
Great.
He's got jokes. Here, Evan, you want me to get this one since you got that one?
What was the moment like when they
I got it.
announced that you had broken the record and you were standing there at center field and doffing your cap?
Yeah, it was special. From a little kid who always wanted to come here, get opportunities to be able to play, and then accomplish some things along the way. It was really cool, really special. But I think we're just one moment, and we're excited to keep going.
Are part of you glad that you got it out of the way?
Yeah, to be honest, before this past week, I really wasn't even aware. And then I've been asked a couple of times about it, so I guess now that it's out of the way, it's a little bit free.
Did you have any type of feeling that tonight could be the night? Was there anything, any sort of tell or anything today, the last couple of days, anything like that?
Yeah, maybe. I think I've the last 3 games I hit one, and I think they kind of come in stretches like that. So I thought maybe there could be a chance, but we were just trying to win the game.
Who told you first that you were getting close to the record?
I don't even know, but it was like 3 or 4 days ago that I heard. So like I wasn't really catching up with it or anything like that. But I can't remember who exactly it was.
What'd you hit for the 2 home runs?
First one was a heater, and then the second one was a changeup.
Have you met the Davy Bell guy? I'm saying his name wrong. I'm sorry. Have you met him at all?
Yeah,
Or,
I met him last weekend whenever we honored the '84 team. So before that I hadn't, but got a chance to catch up and meet each other.
Well, tell us a little bit about that. I mean, was he giving you the business, like with the 2 greatest home run hitters in UNC history talking there? What was that interaction like?
No, it was cool. I think my mom actually went to college with him. She ended up telling me that that night, I think. But no, he was really awesome. Told me that he was happy for me, excited for me, and hope I did it.
What about the moment in the dressing room when you got the baseball? Was that emotional, or was
Yeah, it was cool, special. I think it was just one of those things that all the guys are around, and that's kind of what you do it for.
Just like seeing all those balls fly out. I guess it was the 3rd inning, right, where there were 4 home runs. I mean, it's like one after the other.
Yeah,
I mean.
it just speaks to our lineup, speaks to our power, and how dynamic we are as an offense.
When it comes to your home run stretches, today 1 to right field, 1 to left field, how much have you worked on having that power to both sides of the field?
Yeah, that's just kind of something that I'm trying to hit the fastball to right center field, to the middle of the field, and then if I'm in a good position to hit, and there's a breaking ball or changeup left up, then if I'm in a good position I can pull that ball. So just really working to hit the fastball to the middle of the field to right center field.
I think you've homered in every game since you've been moved up to the leadoff. Are you more comfortable maybe than you've ever felt in the box in a while?
Yeah, not really thinking about it like that, honestly, but feeling comfortable, and just keep working on this stuff that we've been working on to continue it.
Do you consider yourself a home run hitter?
I think I have to.
During the middle of the season, it seems like you were kind of pressing the box a little bit. Have you done anything in specific to kind of relax so you can just go up there and hit 2 bombs?
Baseball's a tough game. You're going to go through stretches like that. I think just, one thing was I wasn't really in a good spot, like physically, like, ready to hit. Felt like my mental stuff was there. But obviously whenever you're going through a tough stretch, it's easy to kind of get in your head a little bit, but make a little bit of an adjustment, and, just kind of go from there.
What were some of those adjustments that you kind of tweaked here as of late?
Just spread out a little bit, try to eliminate the movement. I was really upright at the start of the season, so I've kind of, spread out a little bit and just kind of simplified my move.
Was that a cool touch, the video, as you went back out?
I'm going to be honest, I didn't even see the video. I missed it completely.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
It was playing right there in front of you.
Yeah, I was in the back getting water, and I came out and it was over. So.
Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, you're gonna have to get
If I
somebody to
see
play
it,
it for you, right?
if I can find it, I'll watch it. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Well, we appreciate the honesty, obviously.
Thanks, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, man.